Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to create this cool Valentine's Day wallpaper. It's going to be called Be My Valentine because it's Be My Valentine and it's Valentine's Day, so yeah. It's pretty cool. I got this cool brush thing going on here, and the Valentine's Day with this addition of the heart in replace for the dot on the eye, and this cool effect on the Be Mine. It's a very simple but very unique Valentine's Day wallpaper you guys can create and put it on your screensaver, desktop wallpaper, or maybe even print this out and give it to somebody, fold it up and put it in the card or something like that, surprise somebody, you know. So alright, what you want to do is go to File, New, and like I always say, you want to make sure you start off on 1440 by 900. This is my desktop resolution, but you could choose something that fits yours, and press OK. And I had the background is black, so you can press Control I to invert it. Alright, so first off, you want to make sure you bring on your grid. So go to View and select Show and go to Grid. There's some shortcut keys there if you guys want to know. Alright, so what you want to do is make sure your font is at least 48. Like I said, it depends on the desktop wallpaper size. Mine's 1440 by 900. So in this case, I'm using 48. So I'm gonna put Be Mine. Be My. Excuse me. Be My. And I'm just gonna end it there. Press Enter, and then I'm gonna put a separate text, Valentine, and end that there. Alright. So I usually try to align my text to look a little more uniform, a little more what am I trying to say, a little more, you know, like it's organized. Alright, so go into my layers. I'm gonna go ahead and link them together so I can place them on the background the way I want it to. And using the guides, I'm gonna kind of place it to where it's sitting right on top of these lines, so that way I can better see how it's gonna look and everything like that. So it looks pretty good. I'm gonna alter the Be Mine text. I'm gonna unlink it. Oops. I'm gonna unlink it and select the Be Mine text, and just gonna nudge it down just a little bit to where it's like it's almost touching the E, but it's not, kind of thing. And I'm gonna link them together again, and I'm disabling my guides, and I'm just gonna zoom in to kind of see if it looks right, and it looks pretty good to me. It looks, you know, like it should. Alright, so next what we're gonna do is create a new layer. I'm gonna call it brush circles, and what we're gonna do now is select our brush. I'm gonna set like at least a size 19 pixel circular brush. Make sure the hardness is at 100. I'm going to select our brush effects tab, or brush preset tab. I'm going to make sure our brush spacing is at least 200, probably, depending on the, again, the you know this alters, but I'm using 200. For the shape dynamics, you're going to make sure your size jitter is at 100 and the minimum diameter is at 0. For the scattering, you want to make sure the scattering is up to 1000. Select it on both axes, and the count you can leave to 0. You don't really need that. If you want to add more circles, you can. For this one, it could be 0 or it could be 2, so 0 to 2. For other dynamics, this kind of gives the circles an opacity, so you can decrease some of the opacity of the circles, which is a pretty cool effect. So I have the opacity set to 100. And to kind of give it an example of how it's going to look, you can wander around and go like that, kind of see how it's going to look. So I already have a predetermined color for this brush, so what I'm going to do is have this wave effect like that, create like that. So you don't really need any type of skill to do that. You can kind of make it any way you want to make this a little bit more unique. Kind of go over it one more time like that if you want. So like I said, yeah, be unique, be creative with this, and yeah, so I like this. I'm gonna add a little bit more over here, kind of go over it once more. If it doesn't look right, you can always go Control Z to deselect, backspace, or increase the diameter and go over it like that if you want. So it all depends, you know. This is just experimental, like that. So that looks pretty cool. Now I have it over the Be My Valentine's Day, so we can actually put that behind everything like that. So now we're gonna go ahead and edit the text. So we're gonna select with Be Mine first, and we're gonna go into our layer style, and we're gonna go ahead and edit it. So I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So there's the Be My text, and what we're gonna do is give it an inner shadow first. So there's our inner shadow. We're gonna decrease the distance and put the size to 10, and we're gonna give it a gradient. The gradient will be located in the project files of this video, so you guys can go to cmykarts.com, go to forum, go to tutorials, and you should see the Be My Valentine's Day wallpaper tutorial listed there, 2011. Or you can just click on the YouTube video, and you should see a link in the video description of this video, and click on that link and it'll bring you directly there, and there should be a download link for the project files. Alright, so I have what am I trying to say, a gradient for you guys to use if you want. It could be any type of gradient. It could be white, it could just be a white background. So if you don't even need the gradient, you don't have to use the gradient. We could put the stroke to a gradient. That's what we're gonna use, and we're gonna put like this metal gray effect kind of thing, and decrease the stroke to maybe 1, and we're gonna give it a bevel and emboss, and we're gonna increase the size of it to let's see, about 60. 60 looks pretty cool, and you can leave it at that. Contour, it gives it a little more you can kind of give it a contour and leave it at its default settings. This is where the gradient kind of comes in, and you can kind of alter the look of the gradient, so it could be red like that. You can, you know, change it up, make it look unique. It'd be gray. Actually, I have mine on this white kind of thing going on here. For the stroke, I actually gave it a red stroke though, so I'm gonna change the stroke to a red like that, and I'm gonna go to outer glow, and give it a nice red outer glow. So I'll go all the way up to red and select like the very top red. So the hex file is FF000 with 4 zeros. Press that, and then we're gonna increase the size to, let's say I'm gonna say 20 like that, and decrease the opacity of this to 20 as well. So there's 20, just like that. So it's like a soft outer glow to the Be Mine, kind of giving like a cool effect, and that's it really. So we could go ahead and press OK on that, and we're gonna go ahead and edit our Valentine's Day text, or Valentine text. Alright, so we're gonna do pretty much the same thing, except we're gonna switch it up a little bit. The Valentine is gonna be in a gradient of red, and we're gonna select a nice red gradient like that. Like I said, this will be in a project file. I'm gonna give it a stroke, and this stroke is gonna be in a gradient as well, but this time it's gonna be in like this silver gradient, and we're gonna put the stroke size to 2, and we can give it an inner shadow. It's not necessary because of the gradient, but we can do it because we can, and that it gives it a little more added effect to it. You can give it a bevel and emboss as well, but I didn't do that in my wallpaper I showed you before, but you can do that. So as you can see, as you increase it, it kind of gives it like this cool effect. So in this one, I guess we could do it in this one. Between 50 and 70 is a good size for it, so I'll say 60 like that. And the contour is not necessary, but you can add it. It gives a little more flavor to it, but I'm not going to do it really. It looks pretty cool on its own like that. And I'm not going to give it an outer glow just because it looks cool like that. So I'm going to go ahead and press OK. And now I'm going to do a quick master. If you didn't check out my quick master tutorial, you can go ahead and check that out. It's not too in detail. It's like a very quick, simple quick mask, but You guys kind of get the idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that quick mask button, and there's our little quick mask thumbnail. You want to make sure that it's selected. Select your eraser tool and make sure the foreground is at white. White being is that it's gonna erase from the image instead of replenishing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that dot on the eye because we're gonna add this cool heart on top of it. Kind of make it a little bit more unique and really cool and make it stand out a little bit more. Alright, so as we continue to erase the dot on our eye, we're gonna go ahead and select our shape tool. I'm gonna draw a heart, a relatively small heart, holding shift like that, and there's our heart. So we could kind of give it our the same layer style as the Valentine layer style like that, and then work off it from there like that. So we kind of paste layer style, and as you can see, it looks pretty cool, but the stroke is a little bit too much, so we're going to decrease that stroke. It's at 2, so I'm going to leave it at 1, and it looks pretty cool like that. I'm gonna press OK. So next what we're going to do is Control T to transform it, and we're going to leave it a little bit at an angle like that, so it looks pretty cool. Like it looks a little bit more unique instead of just standing right there. You kind of nudge it a little bit, kind of make it a little bit more uniform to the text like that. And as you can see, there's our Be My Valentine, and there's pretty much a completed wallpaper. You guys can set this as a wallpaper, save excuse me, save it as a JPEG, and make sure you set the size or the quality at maximum so you get the full benefit of this cool unique wallpaper. And yeah, so you're done. So this is me, Mike, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully maybe you even have a Valentine's this year. So yeah, so it's me, Mike. Peace. Be sure to check out CMYK Arts for more information on this and to get the project files for this video. Alright, peace. Hey guys, what's up, man? It's me, Mike, and I said what's up, man. Hey everyone, it's me, Mike, and today I'm going to show you guys how to create this cool Be My Valentine's Day, well, not Be My Valentine's Day, but Be My Valentine, oh my god.